Ephesians 6:12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Of course, wars arise as a result of political, economic and ideological causes. However, in addition to these external facts, there are internal causes, that is, spiritual causes at the root of it all. The root cause of struggles and wars is the conflict between God's world of good, which is desperately trying to bring humanity back to himself, to his side, and Satan's sovereignty of evil, which is trying to preserve by every means and people, his false dominion over humanity, since the time of Adam and Eve. Wars are therefore a conflict that Satan always initiates first and forces God to defend us. We unfortunately are caught in the middle of this spiritual reality that results in physical confrontation. Wars in history thus derive and arise from Satan's attempts, in influencing men and nations spiritually to fight each other, to preserve his sovereignty over the fallen world. Following the fall, Adam and Eve and all mankind that followed, realized a world outside God's ideal and purpose of creation and served Satan, as his Lord. Jesus and then the returned Christ in the second advent came to end Satan's world of evil sovereignty and realize a God-centered world of good. Satan has made a world separate from God, a world centered on himself directly or indirectly. That is why he tempted Jesus by offering him all the kingdoms of the world. It is proof that he is still the ruler of the world because of the spiritual ignorance with which he holds mankind, even presently, despite the great technological, social, scientific progress, etc. This world is a world where, for the most part, the nature and life of the individual is centered on Satan. The family and society are centered on Satan, directly or indirectly, and creation, dominated by fallen humanity often not respecting it, is also dominated by Satan. Indeed, the Apostle Paul in Romans 8:22 wrote, "We know that the whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up to the present time." The struggles and wars in history, therefore, from the killing of Abel by Cain onward, are attacks that Satan makes against people or nations who seek to be on God's side, and are not to be analyzed and understood only on an external or historical level.